As the days get longer and warmer, many communities around the state eagerly awaiting the arrival of tourists from out of state and the boost for business they bring with them.
But in the city of Eastport, plans for a summer full of cruise ships and ferry rides is facing a serious hurdle from the Department of Homeland Security. Our Donovan Lynch explains.
We've put a lot of money and time and effort into getting this going.
For the past 2 years, Butch Harris has been working to launch a small ferry service from his hometown of Eastport. In its first full season, it will run a short route across the bay to Welshpool, New Brunswick. But now, as opening day nears, all his effort may be for nothing.
If there's not enough manpower, we may have to cancel some of the trips or whatever.
This staffing issue isn't on Harris's boat, but with the federal agents who decide whether to allow it into the country. In a letter to a local official, a commander with U.S. Customs and Border Protection reportedly says an increase in the number of ships coming to Eastport is putting considerable strain on the agency. And with just one customs officer stationed in the city, the lack of agents is already stopping big business in its tracks.
All of those investments and all of those possibilities are in jeopardy of being lost.
This March, Chris Gardner of the Eastport Port Authority says he received this email from CBP, telling him the agency would be unable to process 4 of the 6 foreign cruise ships destined for the city this year, forcing them to find another port of call.
Customs says you must have customs, and then Customs says, but we're not going to provide it. So what are we to do?
This comes amid hopes the city will become Maine's next cruise ship destination in the wake of Bar Harbor's new cap on the number of passengers allowed in town.
If the Port of Eastport isn't able to respond when the industry needs us the most, it won't only just be a loss for Eastport, but it could be a loss for the entire state of Maine.
And with tourism season approaching, the federal government is facing new calls to solve the problem, and fast.
Mr. Secretary, what I'm asking from you today is to look into this staffing issue and follow up with me.
We did reach out to Customs and Border Protection for this story, but the agency was not available for comment. In Eastport, Donovan Lynch, News Center, Maine.